Woo, morning guys, Dave here. I don't know if you can hear that wind, I'm sure you can. Today is the coldest day we've had all winter in North Idaho, and the wind is blowing. So we had a good amount of snow roll through throughout the last 24 hours or so, and left quite a bit of snow here. And today it's just really frigidly cold. It's with the wind chill factor about -14 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I know some of you guys in the north, far north, and back east have temperatures regularly colder than that in the winter, but we don't. So this is very cold for us. So today we're just kind of hang out, sit inside, and stay warm today. So. I'm sure you guys can tell it's snowing a little bit right now, but mostly that's wind kicking up the snow. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside and get warm. We'll hang out today, maybe chill, play some games, get some cleaning done, that sort of thing. But yeah, North Idaho, gotta love it. Here we've got frozen gray water pipes, which is unfortunate. We've had some extreme cold here that we're not used to. And the pipes underneath this house, unfortunately, are not very winterized. So that's something going to be a project for the spring. And also we're not running a lot of warm water through the pipes because we up here right now are boiling all our water. We're without a hot water heater. So I've got to work to get these thawed. I'll show you underneath the house. I've disconnected some of the pipes. So I believe we're froze in two spots here, in the bathroom gray water line for the sink, and then in here. Now I think we're froze just a little bit down below this portion underneath the house, because I've disconnected. It runs from here, then down under the house, and connects up with the bathroom plumbing, and then drops down below the ground and down into the septic. So I believe we're frozen in two spots, at an elbow down here, and then at another elbow down in the bathroom. So I'll show you underneath the floor what's going on here. Alright guys, so I got the sink drained here. I pulled that. The backup is definitely below here. So we're not frozen inside the house, which is good. I kind of knew that. Here's the bathroom. And again, I pulled the joint there, and we're not frozen here, so we're frozen down below. So that's good. We're outside. I'm thinking... based on kind of playing with the pipes a little bit, I'm thinking we're just below, at the first joints below the house. I think we're froze at the U joint, not this one, but the one that U's at the toilet. So again, here's the kitchen sink. So I'm thinking we're froze on this one just below the right below here, the house at the U joint down there is where we're froze. That's where I believe we froze. And so that's where I'm going to go try and figure out if we can get thawed. I'm going to first try to see if I can get it cleared. I've already disconnected along where it goes underneath the house longer to the thing, and it's not plugged through there. So I'm going to try and run some hot water through it and see if we can get it to clear here first. I'm going to try one thing at a time. So I believe, like I said, we have two clogs based on where I disconnected down below. So we've got one here and one for the bathroom. And so we're going to work on this one first, the sink, and then I'll work on the bathroom next, because I think that's going to be a tougher one to take care of. Alright, so this is where I was talking about. This is where I have disconnected from the sink. You can see that run goes all the way over to the portion of the house down over there where the sink is. I'm going to try and rinse it out. It looks like it's got to be at that elbow back there, because it looks like the rest of the run of this pipe, or possibly where you can see where it bows down and settles a little bit there. and doesn't run all the way down here to the house. I'm thinking that might be where it's at. So I'm going to try and run some hot water down and see if we can get it to unthaw. Or to unfreeze, thaw. Now here in the bathroom, I'm thinking we're froze right here at this elbow, personally. Alright guys, so I just poured some of this boiling water down into the pipe here, and it backed up very quickly. So that tells me we're froze right at the elbow below there where I thought we were froze. And so I'm gonna give this a minute and see if it thaws that ice a little bit, and then go from there. We'll see what we need to do next. It's a beautiful day here. We're expecting to get a foot of snow tonight. Oh, birds flying over. Got a couple inches last night. But so far today, it's just been a beautiful day. Been dealing with the plumbing issues all day, but hey, it is what it is, right? Get figured out here, and we'll have plumbing again soon. It's just been really cold. It's unordinary for it to get this cold out here, and those pipes, you know, again with us getting it late. If I would have had more foresight, I would have insulated those pipes a little bit. I'm not sure that it would help with the temperatures we have and those being exposed like that. We'll get some skirting on in the springtime and everything, and get it figured out through this year before next winter. So alright guys, so I've located where it is indeed frozen in the kitchen portion anyways of the plumbing. It was at the U-joint. You can see I've got the plumbing portion there disconnected, and it's frozen solid. So it froze there. There seems to be a little sag there in that plumbing underneath the house, and so I believe what happened is in the sag it backed up, and then it froze all the way to the U-joint there underneath the house. So we're gonna get that U-joint thawed and then deal with the plumbing. I'm gonna have to pull that section of pipe out and thaw it out and reattach it, and then we're gonna have to get rid of that sag in the pipe so that doesn't happen again. Luckily we do have temperatures warming up, and we're not forecast to get as low as we did previously. We rarely get those types of temperatures, so I'm hoping that we can get past those temperatures, get these thawed out, and then I have time to insulate these pipes, and once they're thawed out, and we'll be good for the rest of winter until I can do something more solid with them. So under here, hopefully you guys can see, I've got a pot of boiling water and the section of frozen pipe here, and I'm gonna submerge that frozen pipe in that boiling water the best I can there, and try and thaw it out some. Alright guys, so what I did is I went ahead and I dropped the actual stack here. It was held up, and I just went ahead and dropped it, and I pulled it down, and I've got it dropped and sitting in that hot water. So we'll just keep replacing that until the actual core of ice in there is all gone, and then we'll deal with this long run here probably tomorrow. But if I can get this cleared out, I'll feel at least good about that for today. Hey guys, okay, so I'm down here under the house, and this is the lateral line that goes to the septic tank down there. It goes down in the ground, and then it goes down in the septic tank, which is down that way. So I'm sawing through here, and I can tell you it's iced up here. So saw through this, drop out this section. I got some connections. We'll thaw out that section, and then maybe I can get this section more thawed out. I may have to drop this whole stack right here, and go from there. But we'll see. This whole stack right here, I may have to drop. So I'm hoping not, but we'll find out. Good, guys. No ice here, so that's good. So I'm thinking our backup is all right in here in the stack. Hopefully we can get thawed out. All right, so we dropped this section. We'll get it thawed. We'll see if we can get this cleared out here, this section. But I'm thinking I may have to drop that section too and get it thawed and then reconnect it with some fittings there as well. So we'll see what we can do. This is step one. I can see where the clog is now. You guys can see here, that way, and then here. So, all right. So the water there is because when it backed up, it backed up over the seal. It doesn't seem like the seal is so great. So I'm waiting to pull the toilet. I'm going to pull the toilet, but I'm waiting to do it until I can hopefully get some of this to flush out first before I pull the toilet. So that's why the gray water there, the gross water, that's all frozen there. So it's a bit tight under here. Trying to do the best I can with it. Okay, we got water, guys. So I'm gonna let that water run out. It's all gross water. Okay, we'll go through and we'll finish the cut. Because we're going to have to patch that anyways. So we know where we're running into an issue. It's either here, where this water's coming from the sink into the lateral down to the septic, where there's a buildup going on here and it's happening, or it's down here at the elbow. Right here. So we're going to drop this section, get this section cleaned out. We'll drop it here and we'll drop it here. That'll drop this whole section out, and then all we have to do to patch it up is just use go get a connection here that'll connect the two ends where we cut, and then connect here where we cut. And then same thing with down at the bottom. We'll just need two to connect right where we had those cuts to clear out that lateral. I think what's happening here is we don't have a hugely steep the lateral is very kind of not, it doesn't have a steep grade. I don't think a steep enough grade, and so what it's doing is just kind of puddling there and building up over time. Because we don't technically have running water here. When we use water, we use it sparingly, and so little drips here and there go down the plumbing and it ends up freezing because it's not enough to carry it all the way. Leia, go. Okay. And that's that. Okay. See, guys. Leia, go on. Go. You can see I disconnected. Go. I disconnected here, and I disconnected here, and then that whole stack came out. So we've got enough there to reconnect the fittings when we need to there. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that. Hopefully you guys did, but I went upstairs, or not upstairs, into the house and poured some water into the toilet and flushed it, and it flushed. So that's great. We've got that part. I poured hot water in, so we cleared what's left of that stack going into the house. No problem. Okay, so all we got to do now is, this is that section that I dropped out here. You can see where it's frozen up. It looks like here the whole stack here is pretty much frozen up solid. So we're going to clear that out, get it unfrozen. Now we're not expected to possibly the whole year get down into the temperature that we had before. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reconnect it as is. I'm going to put a clean out valve or a clean out section in the pipe at the U-joint. When I rehang it, I'll put it at the U-joint so I can get right into there when I do have a freeze, or if it does get hot, like if I'm expecting a freeze, I can get in there and I can run some hot water down there, to just clear it out once a day if I really need to. I could also alternatively do that with the toilet, and I think I will. We'll flush hot water at least once per day. Use hot water to flush as opposed to cold water, and just clear the pipes the best we can. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll use hot water to flush once per day, and we'll clear out that the best we can, the lateral line here. But I don't expect we'll have another freeze, and then I can deal with any other issues in the spring when I have a little bit more time to play with it. Okay guys, so the drain here for the bathroom sink is still clogged. It's frozen, so I'm going to drop this section of plumbing here. It's likely going to leak at this elbow, so I'm going to drop this and allow it to thaw, and then we'll reattach it when the time comes. So use this board to tap that in. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, as you see here, okay, sorry, I'm shaking you guys pretty good here. Let's see if you guys can see. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got that section that I first dropped to diagnose where my frozen pipe was. So I've got that section back in here, dry fitted. And then once I've got everything, I'm going to dry fit the stack. Once all of everything is all dry fitted together, then I'm going to use some of this ABS cement, and we'll just pry apart the different sections, put some ABS cement, snap them back together, and we'll be good to go. Okay, we got another coupling here, and we'll just give that a little tap on. I forgot my mallet, or I'd be using a mallet, but this board works just fine down here. I forgot to grab my mallet. Okay, then we've got the section of the stack here. So we've got tap that little bit of snow out. Okay, so we've got this section of the stack. It goes up here, and then this lateral line comes, connects to the drain pipe over there. So we're gonna test fit this section together here. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna tap that in. Tap it up a little bit. Okay. And then look at there. Boom. Okay. So now we got one more coupling. We're going to first fit it onto, this is the stack that goes in up to the toilet here. If you can see right here, this is the stack that goes up to the toilet. And so we'll get that tapped in there. This is real easy, guys. If you have access to your drain plumbing under your house and to your septic, I know in the city sometimes a lateral line, I mean, is a mess to deal with, that sort of thing. But if you have access to a crawl space where you do have access to your plumbing, most of this stuff is very, very easy to take care of. Now, when you're dealing with water pipes and things like that, that's a little bit more intensive. But with the drain pipes, you know, I'd say if you have any basic skill, you can use just a basic saw and you know, figure out what kind of fixtures you need to get it sorted out. This is very easy to do, and you'll save a lot of money if you just take yourself to Home Depot or a local plumbing store and get your fixtures and don't call the plumber on this. You know, it's one of those things that you got to assess and figure out if it's something you think you can handle or not. You know, it's not for everybody, and some people's situations are different, you know, than others. So if you have a really intricate system, it might be best to just go ahead and call a plumber. If you have something simple like this, where it's literally just you know, a couple of elbows and a curve down and a lateral down to your septic, then it might be something that's worth to try to fix yourself, you know. So that's something everyone's got to assess themselves, their own skill level, that sort of thing, and figure out if it's something that they feel like they can manage. So that's it, guys. So we've got that stack pretty well put back together. We got the dry fit there. What I'll go ahead and do now is we will take it apart and then you put some ABS cement on it. So yeah, that's a pretty good fix. I think in the spring what I'm gonna do is, and I wanted to kind of do it right now, but to be honest with you, I wanted to put a clean out here, but at Home Depot, our local Home Depot, they were out of the 3-inch clear out. So, but in the spring, what I'll come in here and do is I'll cut out a section, likely right here, and I'll put in right over here anyways, but past the beam here, and I'll put in a clean out to where I can snake this way up towards the toilet and then down that way towards the lateral if I need to. We've also I've got the bath sink down there, or that's the bath drain, and it's come apart there right now because I was checking to see if that drain was frozen, and it's not. So I'm just going to hook that back together, and then again we've got the lateral to the that runs down the length of the house, the lateral that goes to the kitchen. That's literally all the plumbing we have in the house: a kitchen drain, the toilet, the bathroom drain. And then down there, if you can see it, is the bath drain. That's it. So I've got you attached right now to the gas line for propane to the stove and the refrigerator. And that's really all the business we got under here. I'm not really happy with how the lateral is ran to the kitchen, so I will likely replace that whole run in the spring as well. At least at least definitely alter the descent angle there. And actually where I'll probably end up linking, I'll probably come down, even though I don't want to have another elbow there, I'll probably end up elbowing and connecting down into the bath drain down there. It just seems to make sense rather. I mean, we have an elbow here anyways, and then it goes down to a very, very shallow run. You can see right here, shallow incline down there to the basically the bathtub drain anyways. So, but I think what I'm going to do is reroute it and then come down and tap in directly into there. We'll see. We'll see. More projects for the spring. But anyway, so I guess I've got what I've got left here to do for today is get this section hooked back up to the sink in the bathroom, and then test everything out, make sure it's functioning and whatnot. And then what we'll do is once everything's functioning, I probably will wait until tomorrow to pull the pipes, because by the time I got all my other chores today, we're getting late in the day here. But what I'll do is I'm going to test this today, get all this hooked up, test it out today, make sure, do a test run, make sure everything's holding up before I glue it back in together and it's all going well. And then what I'll do is tomorrow, after some test runs, we'll pull it apart and we'll glue it all together. It doesn't look like the previous owner had a lot of these joints ABS glued, so that's something we'll take care of as well. We'll make sure that's done. So, all right, guys. So down here, I don't know how well you can see this. I've got my headlamp on. I'm under the house here, fixing up and connecting this last section of pipe. I've got it all thawed out. So I've got two 1.5 inch connections there. Okay, we're gonna put that one on there. We're gonna put the, so we've got, I don't know if you see that, we put one on there. We're going to put another one on here. Right here. Okay, we're going to tap that out. That came right out of the floor. Bathroom. So there's that. Okay, now we're gonna take this thawed out fitting here. We're gonna first connect it over here. Where's my mallet? Here we go. Well, no, that one's not. That one's, let's see here. There's one. All right. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay. Then we got this fixture. It's gonna come. Okay. All right. I'm gonna. No, we lost that. The previous owner must have never glued that into place. So we'll just tap that back into place here. Alright. Get that in. Get a nice, oh, you know what? We didn't go through the, see what we did here? We didn't go through the thing there. So, tomorrow what I'm going to do, I'm going to come through and restring that. And we'll pull it tight anyways. Yep. Okay. So that's that, guys. So you see there, it's connected. And then all the way down the run there to the toilet stack. Okay, so that's that. I've got some more strapping here. I've got some more strapping here that we'll use to bolt everything up tomorrow when it's light. So that's it. All right, guys, so you can see I've got the bath drain plumbed in there, and it goes down here and into the down into the septic. Then we've got the lateral hooked back up here to the toilet, and this lateral goes into the stack there. It goes up into the house. So we've got that, and then we've got the sink drain here plumbed back up. So we still got the drain here thawing from the sink in the kitchen. We'll have that up in the next couple of days. But so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wait for it to warm up again, and we'll just drop this stack, get it all sealed up with cement, and put it back together. I just dried fit it, and then it'll be done. So we have a flushing toilet, guys. That's awesome. So all the plumbing's hooked up down understairs. We got a running toilet, and we don't have running water in the house right now, so we just fill up the reservoir on this when we need to flush, and flush manually that way. So in the spring we'll have running water. I just didn't have a chance to really test out those systems. There's a water catchment system and pump here on site, but with winter hitting us so quickly and everything, I just don't have a chance to mess with that until spring. So we are carrying in all our own water and working with it the old-fashioned way. But it is nice to have working drain pipes and everything, and then also the working toilet. That's awesome. So we'll just keep plugging away here, and eventually the cabin will be in the order that we want it to be. Thanks for watching, guys. If you would hit that, go ahead and hit that like button. If you aren't a subscriber, please go ahead and consider subscribing to us. We'd love to have you follow our content, and hit that bell, guys. That really lets you know when we're putting up new content. Gives you a notification right when it comes up, so you can go ahead and come out and watch it with us. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. We really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next